or the voice of Turkey, I should say. There's a lot of good music. I've actually found myself pulling up some Turkish playlists at work, you know. I mean, I don't know what they're saying, but the music sounds really nice. And yeah, things like that. And it's always interesting when you're just sitting at home and you're going through your various radios, you're just scanning around, and you can pick up things that you've never heard before. Like, you have your everyday stations that you always pick up, but when conditions are really good, there are a lot of interesting things that you would not hear on a day-to-day basis. Things from China, Europe. There's a lot of interesting stations out of Europe, like Channel 292, Radio Veronica, and you can pick this stuff up just with the right antenna and the right radio. So for me, I use a 100-foot long wire that I created out of an extension cord, and I run it to my radio room, which is in the middle of the house, but I can still run it from the backyard to it, from a tree all the way to my radio room. And I pick up a lot of good stuff on the lower frequencies, you know, all the way from long wave to the lower HF bands. And I also have an MLA 30 plus antenna, which works really nice. It reduces a lot of the noise. So even if you live in a noisy environment like a town or a city, and you experience a lot of noise from your neighbors, things like that, the MLA 30 helps cut down on a lot of that. I've noticed that, especially with the software-defined radio, the RTL SDR, if I use the long wire with that, I'm subject to a lot of noise. But if I use the MLA 30, you don't really experience that noise that you would with just another type of antenna. And I think a lot of that has to do with the directionality of it, and that really helps cut down on that noise. It's not so great for the lower frequencies, unfortunately, but it does work for them. I'm not going to say it's bad for that, but I mean, obviously, a long wire would be great for the lower frequencies. But I would say, you know, if you're using an MLA 30, it only works as a